Cool mini house. Look at this bad boy. Sorry, that sun's at a weird angle, so it's backlit. But look at all those windows, sliding glass door here. A triple sliding glass door, so I'm gonna see if I can open that for you. Beautiful, you got sconces outside, you got electricity out here, you can build a beautiful deck there. You got your overhead window there. We're at westwoodcabins.com in upstate South Carolina. They custom build all of these specifically for the purchaser. These are not for sale. They've already been bought. They're building them after the design's been laid out by the people here at Westwood Cabins and the purchaser, the client. You got Edison out here, probably another one around the back. This is actually probably considered the back of the house that would face a street, because this might be getting set on a lake. That's why all the windows are on a view, a field or something like that. Here you go, guys. You can pause and read that so you can get the information right there. There you go. Edison door will come in this in just a minute, but I want to do a quick walk around. So there's your kitchen window, and this might be a bedroom here. That's where your power's coming in from the street. That must be a exhaust fan for maybe the this might be the kitchen, part of the kitchen. No, that's probably an exhaust fan for the bathroom. Got the mini split on the back. I've noticed that in a couple of these cabins, you got the mini split that goes into a compressor situation. So it's a forced air on the inside of the building. There's another cool window. Forced air on the inside of the building rather than the mini splits hanging on the wall. We'll see what this one is. Here's another power, and it comes with your own spider. Check that out. Look at that bad boy. These are called geo spiders. I can't think of the real name of them, but they're all over up here this time of the year in the upstate. I guess they're supposedly not that dangerous. I don't like the look of them, but people say, well, if you don't need to get rid of the web, then just leave them alone, because, you know, they eat a lot of mosquitoes and people like that, obviously. So big double window for the bedroom there. Big double window. Same with here and here. Very nice design too. It's very flat. And then, like I said, double sconce on this sliding glass door unit. And once again, there's none down here, but there is another power box right here on the outside. So once you build your deck, you got that. So let's jump inside. Beautiful. This is just gorgeous. Look at that. Now they got these lights hanging here, but obviously they would take that on when they move it. Probably tie all those together so they don't bounce all over. But look at this modern fan. This one, I've seen these before and I felt them. They actually kick the air out heavy duty, almost too much. If you got it on low, it's not going to blow you over, but man, when that thing is going, it really kicks the air around. So make sure your papers are all paper weighted. So recessed lighting, I'm going to do the regular thing. You got recessed lighting throughout the whole building. You got your plug up here because that's probably why you're going to put your TV set on the thing there, and then maybe put your couch like right inside this door, just kind of out in the middle of the living room facing the TV, or a couple chairs or something like that. But look at these ceiling to floor style windows. That's what I was saying when I was out here. I guess I didn't point out, not that they were extra wide, even though they're doubles, but how tall they were. And you still got windowsills. They do windowsills on everything. This company does such great work. It's super heavy duty. So they got the nice windowsill, even though it's low. Animals love that. Cats love that. Dogs would love this because they could just sit and look out that window as well. Nice heavy duty door. They got that stained, which is a little unique, but that's for the owner. You know, whoever purchased this is, they wanted it a certain way, and that's what they wanted. They didn't whitewash this. If you look at our other videos from Westwood Cabins here, what they do is, this is a tongue and groove pine. Very expensive, very high end, and so you're gonna pay a little bit more because of that, but it is heavy duty. It's not sheetrock. It is solid as a rock. And you can see how thick the wall is by looking at that window up there. So you're heavy, you're insulated. This is just a beautiful design on this one. And what they do sometimes, they'll put a white glaze on this. If you look at our other videos, you'll see that. White glaze will let you see the knotty pine through it, but it won't be just this raw wood. Some people just paint the walls or glaze the walls, or you can have them painted straight white so you can kind of see the outline of the knots and some of that stuff, but you're not really seeing much of it. It's just a regular white paint. Sometimes they'll leave the ceiling raw and paint, you know, do the walls. But this is really interesting too. I just noticed this. It's like a step out. See how it kicks out for the sliding glass door? The reason they had to do that is because you got a triple door here. I've always wanted something like that, because if you get a nice wide screen, you open up the two panels and it's just this big wide open space right here, you know? So you could, some of these will open up and then fold to boot, so it's one big opening, but this is just a triple. So that's really nice. Let me see. I don't know if I can open this. Sometimes I've got these locked down. Here we go. Let's see if it opens. Okay, that one just went by that one. And let's just see if that, yeah, look at that. There you go, guys. So now you've got this big open space. We did a video on this one already. You could see that one on our channel. That one is a really nice one. It's been sitting here a little while. I guess the guy that bought it had a little snafu or something. I don't know. And they couldn't get it, but it's going out this week. So we'll probably bring in another one. Isn't this amazing? Isn't that beautiful? Now let's see if it pulls the other one closed when I shut it. Yep, it hooks it and pulls it. And there you go. Lock it. Make sure it's locked. That's it. Butcher block countertop. Whew, that is nice. And there's your mini split air conditioner. So this is not a ducted unit in here. I thought this might be a ducted unit, but it's not. This is a huge kitchen. This is a full bar over here. I noticed that on another one they just did. Once again, this is 14.8 wide, and it's probably a full 52 by the looks of it from the outside. Yeah, this is a full 52. So you're gonna have over 700 square feet in this, right? So this is definitely like a single wide mobile. So there you got your nice storage there, so you're not wasting the space in this corner. So you got your, it's like a single wide mobile, but these are manufactured homes. They fall into that category, so they're built a lot more heavy duty than a mobile home would be built. So there's your mini split. I love these lights over here. Everything's on remote control dimmers for the sconces, by the way. So you can like control color temperature and volume, you know, dim it, brighten it up. Big refrigerator space. And look at this butcher block again. Sorry, I got ADD, so I'm all over the place. I like that too, having a plug on the outside. That's a really smart idea. So they do have a dishwasher spot here. Usually it's kind of over here, but there it is in the middle. And butcher block here, nice separation. Big full-size refrigerator, maybe even a little oversized. I don't know, it looks pretty normal. There's gonna be your stove, obviously. A lot of times they'll already have a microwave mounted here with a vent system that goes out. This one, there's nothing here, so maybe this guy's gonna get something himself. But you can see these pieces of wood here are to be able to mount your microwave oven up there, and a lot of times they'll still have a vent that goes up and blows it back out, and it kind of filters the air. So if you're cooking, if there's some smoke, at least you can filter most of the smoke out. Nice, beautiful cabinetry here. Let's just take a look at this one closet. Nice, and let's see. Yep, it's the self-closing, soft close. Again, this is the second black sink I've seen on this today. I'm doing a couple mobile homes here today, but that is just, it's kind of like a rock of plaster. I don't know what you'd call it. But this is kind of what they call a farm sink, so you don't have a drawer out here. But there's another name for this too, but I've heard it called farm sink. But look, this is true butcher block. They paid for this. This is, in fact, the backsplash. Look at that. Oh, beautifully done. But single sink, so you get a piece in there, like a tub of some sort that goes with it. And look at this little mini. That's smaller than usual. Usually it flares out, you know, but look at that little guy right there. You know, so it's a nice little setup. And then again, lots of cupboard space. Nice big kitchen. Nice big living room. This is really just well done. So here's your breaker box down here. Sometimes they'll put a storage over this. See how they got a low ceiling? But there's nothing up there. So a lot of times you can kick that open. I'm making hand gestures and I'm not filming it. Sometimes you can kick that open with a door. And even though it's raw inside there, you could actually store boxes and stuff and get more storage out of your place. Once again, they're really high. Instead of having a windowsill up here, they went floor to ceiling windows, which is really smart. Now this is a half bath. So the full bath must be in the master bedroom. So this is a single person. You know what I mean? That might have friends over or something, because there's no loft out there or anything like that. This is beautiful. So this does not match the kitchen, but it feels like wood, but it's really beautiful, really well done. Sconce up here. You'll mount your mirror later. Hand towel. Once again, your black accents on everything. And here's that thing I was talking about underneath the kitchen sink. You don't get that when you got a farm sink. So that's a choice for a look. This is just a little half bath, and the toilets they put in these are really nice. This is different than a lot. This is American Standard. They had Western in some of their other ones. But they're all really good toilets. That's a low boy. So see what I mean by that farm sink? You eliminate this little door here. But so let's see what we got in the master bedroom here. Oh, look at that. So there's your washer dryer right there. This is nice and big. You could actually do a king size right here. Probably set up for a queen. Might be set up for a king. The plugs might be far enough apart that you would have enough space, like still have 6 inches on each side to have the plug out in the middle. But that goes over your thing. You got the, I don't know. It'd have been nice to have a sliding glass door here possibly. So if you're building a 52-foot deck on the whole outside of this house, you got a nice big deck. You'd have a sliding glass door or French doors here, but that's probably not hard to change later if you change your mind. Hey, see what I mean? I was thinking that they'd put the door out there up above the bathroom door, but look at what they did here. That's even smarter. And I can't get up there, but let me kind of zoom in a little bit for you here. You can see it's unfinished, and they probably got a nice floor inside there. And you can get a ladder, and you can go up inside that bad boy and store all your stuff. But look what's underneath it. Oh, look at the size of this bathroom. That is awesome. This is nice. This is like a 6-foot shower, 5-foot shower. I guess that would be the same size as a tub, general tub, but it's a shower unit. And black accents again. Tower holder. Here's your hot water heater. Kind of a weird spot for that. Might have been better off putting it in the closet over there, up against the wall right here on the inside of the closet. But you know, sometimes they got to just go where it's. Oh, that's why they didn't do it. Well, they probably could have put it here. They got water lines coming in. Maybe, I don't know. But you got your washer dryer hook up here in this closet. We'll take a look at the other closet in just a second because it's a different design. I'm going to point that out. But look at this bathroom. Wow. So this person wanted a tub. They didn't want the big window, so I guess they didn't want to be able to look out the window while they're sitting in the tub. But nice setup. Recessed lighting, even over the shower. And then you got the vent separate without a light. You got the sconce over here, mirror. The same type of sink that is in the other bathroom. It does not match. I don't think you'd want butcher block in your bathroom anyhow. But American Standard toilet, probably to match the other one. Heavy duty. And look at this design of this tub, guys. Is that cool or what? Look at that. Here's your emergency drain right there. So you can't overfill it, but then it's higher on the outsides than the middle. So you got a nice even. And this is cool too. So this is your regular fill, but then this is to do your hair or whatever. That is really nice. What a beautiful, large bathroom. So here's what I wanted to point out. Not pocket doors, but regular inset doors right here for this closet, right? And once again, you know, you get the thin paneling on everything, but the way they do their doors, they're not that hollow crap that you'll get in a lot of houses. Even houses, the doors that you get, they're hollow inside this. They're corrugated, kind of composite cardboard almost on the inside with a thin veneer on the outside. This is solid wood. You get what you pay for. This one, I would say, just so you know, this house is probably going to be in the 170 range. by the design and the extra stuff that they're having. But here's the difference between the two closet doors. You got the barn door style out here, which gives a lot of, oh, they probably got it tied off up there, but so that it doesn't move. But you got this flavor, you know. And once again, not a walk-in, but kind of a walk-in. You know, you can still kind of step in here to get over to this part of the closet. But yeah, this is just, in the floor too. Most of the flooring we've been looking at has been kind of a brighter color. I like this a little bit darker so it doesn't exactly match the walls. And then they were smart enough to put this half bath in. They just did that cutaway out there. And that way you've got your master bath and then you've got your half bath for guests. They don't have to come back into your bedroom. So that's why this kicks out like that, guys. There's your half bath right there. Perfect design because you got a half bath and a shower, and then you've still got a full-size bathroom here with a tub instead. So that's it. What a beautiful layout on this guy. This isn't exactly a tiny house, but it kind of is, you know. It's what you'd call a single-wide manufactured home, I guess. But it's a cabin. It's built different than most manufactured homes I've ever seen. That's the beauty of this place, Westwood Cabins, westwoodcabins.com. Once again, it's in upstate South Carolina, up by Due West. You can find them online. Check them out. Custom order everything you want by going to their website. I showed you the phone number. Check them out. Thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe if you like our videos. That'll help our channel grow. Check out another tiny house right there. Check out our channel over here. We got over 2,000 videos of stuff like this, machinery at work, travel logs all over the country. We've got animals at play, all kinds of fun stuff. So check it out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.